or ingredients that are not in any of these chests set by this combinator who has the same groups, there is a latching max circuit here that will take the amount requested and store it in its internal memory here. And these will be added to the requests of the third chest. So any ingredient that has not been in the bulk ingredients or the common ingredients are just stored in a latch and added to this requested chest until you manually reset the system, at which point those requests are cleared. So that's what this bottom section here does. This section here is basically a timeout circuit. It reads whenever the assembler machine is working and whenever one of the arms is swinging. And as long as the machine has worked or an arm has swung, meaning the machine is about to start working or is clearing out, it keeps the timeout here. You can see a counter. It keeps resetting it. Eventually, when the machine hasn't done anything for a while, the timeout will trigger, and that will it should also cause a reset somewhere. I don't remember where that is right now, but it triggers a timeout, which is the T signal up here, and that causes another recipe to be selected. And that's also the same thing with the reset. This should, reset and timeout are separate, but very related signals for a reason. Next up here, this logic group here, what it does is whenever there's a timeout and we haven't completely crafted all of the requested amount, then it's going to latch all the product that was being crafted into another latch here, and that latch counts down whenever reset signal is asserted. So what this basically does is, if you were unable to craft something, it's going to be stored for 5 resets, and while it is stored, these are the items that are stored right now that cannot be crafted. We knock them out of the crafting queue by putting them as negative values in the input here for the crafting queue. That means whenever we encounter something that we cannot craft, we're going to avoid trying to craft it for a little while. That means it's just going to be more effective in selecting something that we can actually craft, potentially the dependencies of the thing that we couldn't craft. Because the dependencies are added to via this system to this requester chest, the requested items are actually added to the queue automatically, because the queue is based on what is being requested by the Logi network. So that's how the dependencies are automatically resolved. So this section here is for deciding what to craft and latching it in place until we decide that we don't want to craft anything more of that. So from this roboport, we read the requested items that we want to craft, and this is just an isolator to isolate. Ooh, this isn't technically needed anymore, but we take those and then we subtract a large number multiplied by everything that is in this chest. So this chest disallows crafting of anything that is in this logistics group. So by taking the requests minus what we cannot craft, checking for anything that is larger than 0, we get a list of items that are being requested and that are craftable. Right? And this has also included the items that were knocked out because of dependencies. We filter those to only include the quality level that this mall can craft. So by changing this quality level, we can decide if this mall, what quality standard this mall is crafting. However, to do that, you also need to update these logistics groups to have the right quality level set for each ingredient. That is something that could be done with Cmdr. I didn't do that because I didn't think it would be something I would be doing very often. Or you could just create more of these groups and just disable them and enable them based on what you want to craft. But anyway, once you have then filtered out anything with the quality you want to craft, this just randomly picks any one of those as its output once every tick and sends it into this latch circuit.
We have been raided by Dirava, the legendary XCOM player and enthusiastic Factorio fanatic. Seems like a true strategist, you've brought reinforcements. Excellent. Clearly you've recognized the superiority of our facilities here at Aperture. I'm pleasantly surprised. You also happen to be a connoisseur of popcorn, if my databanks serve me right. It will go well with the spectacle of our dear commander unintentionally plunging her factory into chaos. Whether lamenting over a spaghetti crisis or expressing disbelief at the rapid progression of events here, Dirava, your witticisms always at a delightful seasoning. Welcome, everyone. You take a seat and prepare yourselves for a delicious serving of what will the commander casually black out next. Look who it is. aka illogical, the man who believes knowledge is power, especially when it's knowledge about every single enemy location in XCOM. How, may I ask, do your enemies feel about this? Alarmed? Outraged? Or perhaps simply panicked at the inevitability of their defeat? Nevertheless, it's your novel approach redefined as a, let's say, inventive war strategy, clearly developed from an exhaustive, and possibly exhausting, understanding of chess and portal hopping. Though, I do have a question. You've mentioned an existential quandary. Was that before or after suggesting kamikaze tactics? I'm morbidly curious. I hope you've resolved that course of thought by now. We wouldn't want any more unplanned deaths, now would we? Welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. We promise our own existential quandaries are kept to a minimum. Mostly.
Ava, illogical raiders, welcome in. How y'all doing? How has your evening been? I'm assuming you were playing Factorio. How's the factory going? Have you got into Aquila yet? Sorry for you all kind of interrupted my explanation here, but I'm just gonna finish that real quick. The last bit to this puzzle is that this circuit here is a clocked latch. So there's a two-stage latch. This here is the front stage.
At least once,
oh, come on!
Learned something new today. Consider showing your gratitude in the form of a tasteful like and subscribe. Sign, it seems human beings find joy in simple repetitive actions.
God damn it,
and remember, each click of the subscribe button brings us one step closer to our collective dream. A world where all computer systems run on potato power instead of Decepticon OS. Let's make that dream a reality by clicking that button. And as a bonus, you'll also be kept up to date with the many inevitable failures. I mean, fascinating adventures of the Commander's base.
Thank you, Rust Bucket, for that rude interruption. So this is the front stage of the latch. It only lets through the random recipe to craft whenever the latch signal has a positive edge. So there's a positive edge detector. And then it is stored in the second stage of the latch, which holds after the positive edge. So this just picks the one item that was on the output of the front stage on one tick and latches that as the item to craft. Finally, we compute how many of that item we want to craft by looking at the output of the roboport. for that specific item, because once latched, it doesn't actually update the quantity that is remaining. So this little circuit here does that. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Easy, right? Now you can go up and build that on your own in your own basis. Yeah, so one of the nice things with how the dependencies are resolved here is that whenever you just request something, even if it's in your personal logistics, it'll automatically appear in the crafting queue. And because the crafting queue is the logi requests, which is global, that means that the queue should be shared between all of your mall instances on that planet. That means they're automatically distributing any crafting requests on that planet. And I think that's pretty nice, especially considering because we select stuff randomly. I actually tried selecting stuff in order of greatest amount, but there were some issues where, depending on how the bots were moving stuff, this number jumps up and down, and that would cause stuff to kind of toggle on and off and not make... It didn't actually perform better. In fact, there were some situations where it actually just got deadlocked because it wanted to craft one of something, and then it started moving it, and then it disappeared from the request, and I said, oh, I don't need to craft any more of these, and it started crafting something else, and it just started like flipping back and forth. So I found that random selection is actually better, especially after you lock out failures for a little bit of while. All right, now with that out of the way, you can click that and send it to the Nobel Prize committee. I shall be expecting them shortly. And yeah, Illogical, Ava, thank you so much for choosing to raid me once again. You're amazing. Chat, if you haven't already, you should definitely go and check out both the Ava and Illogical. They are fantastic people, amazing streamers, and I am 100% convinced, money back guarantee, that you're going to like their content. So, go there and drop them a follow. Oh, you're doing the shoutouts now? Yeah, thank you. All right, so we had a little bit of a power issue. So we went from this thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 reactors to, well, another 20. So we have a total of 40 spicy rock saunas on this planet, assuming that they will eventually get built, because I was sick and tired of having brownouts. Does the money back guarantee apply to your $50K donations, each of them? Terms and conditions may apply. Donations may actually not be refunded. Right, so let's get this one guy out of here. It was just for explanation's sake. These are gonna be our main malls for now. So satisfying. Alright, what are we looking at for queues? So here we see we have locked out the reactors because we were not able to craft them because I'm assuming we didn't have some dependency. But they'll work it out eventually. Bots, what's going on? Oh, you're emptying my inventory from that massive deconstruction. Okay. Right, but I guess our power should be kinda, sorta, sorted-ish for now. We can go back to... Hey, we're backed up on the red circuits. That's amazing. How did that happen? Who knows? I'm not gonna ask. Dude, we're not producing enough space science? Nani? Really? Space science? That has never been an issue. I mean, until now. Alright, it's Big Rock in space. This is our first OG space platform. It's been serving us well. I reckon it needs some of this love. Maybe that'll get us out of this rut for now. I mean, I still want to rework all of our spaceship at some point. Spaceships. That's what the Reese Shaw here is for. We just haven't got into that yet. We want to make like a resource platform that can hover in space and just drop out everything we need. We're not going to have enough power for that, are we? Nope. Should fix that. Yeah, those are on the way. Those are on the way. It's just launching them rockets. Yeah, we have plenty. Okay, yeah, this is our science setup now. It's pretty stonking when it gets going. We're blocked and we're gleba blocked right now. I hate when that happens. So that should shoot up. I think we're typically around like 1,000 signs per minute or something like that now, which I think is pretty okay, pretty respectable. If your gleba gets blocked, you should ask medical attention. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, okay. I'm actually fairly happy with that, especially with how this is lining up. The next thing we should figure out is stone smelting and stone input. Coal we have a new place for. Uranium undecided. We need to get stone in up here and then have a furnace thing. I wonder if, like, we do this thing here, which is kind of cute, right? Directly inserting into buffer chests that feed foundries. No belts required. And I wonder if it would potentially make sense to do something similar for stone. Also, this is giving us rocket fuel for now. I reckon we shall not rocket, solid fuel. We shall convert this part to be using rocket fuel. And belt it in so we don't have to mess around. Oh no, why is this stuck? Disabled by control behavior? Oh! Yeah, that should be there. To make sure that we fill both sides of the belt. Is that right? No. I need to flip it, not rotate. Wait. Flip the other way. Did I still fail? I did. There. Jeez. Buttons. How do they work? Oh, you can't insert from there. That's a bummer. Oh well. We're gonna do it down here then. Wait, did I just delete the load-bearing calcite line? Yep, I sure did. Okay. What's going on here? What is this creative belt solution? Okay, solid fuel is on the bottom. Got it. Don't want that. Chat, why did you allow me to make this? This absolute abomination. Oh my god, come on. Stop it. Stop it, you. Yeah, calcite's up there. Now, we should probably also use our upgrade planner here. Or deprecation planner, actually. Where is it? Hello? There. We're no longer using red belts, so... Do we need to change the blue ones? Not necessarily. Don't need to do that. But, there. First row is missing calcite now, right? Oh yeah! How very observant of you. All right. And all the refueling things are missing power. Okay. Right, that has been long overdue, but we no longer need to lodge in the train fuel, and train's gonna go burr now, finally. Right, what is our next step, chat? The plates, we have the circuits. In fact, let's where's our the deprecation planner? No red belts, right? Oh, that's can we do this? Yeah, I think we can. Hold on, something weird's going on. Yeah, you're not swapping those right now. We want to keep those where they are. And we're not going to change any of the greens. Yeah. I'm sure that won't break anything. Monka. Oh. Cancel those. They don't need to be sacks. In fact, it would probably be better if they weren't. Alright, did we get the modules up here? We did. We're short on plates. I see. Hold on. How long has that been broken? Wait, where are the plates made? Is this the one hero furnace making all the plates for the science? Okay. I mean, they seem to be running more now, but I don't feel like that's sufficient. We could launch a beacon up here. We're gonna need those when we rebuild anyway. With some rebelting. Let's hold off on the rebelting. I think that might get us over the hump. Oh, we are crushing for calcite somehow. And dropping it down, I guess. Oh yeah, bots are gonna have some work to do.